All right, welcome to the Just Above Average podcast number 21. And we had to start it because we're about to almost get into a fight about facial hair, so we're just going to quit. All right, 3, 2, 1, cracking capsules. Okay. All right, let's roll right into it.
As you see, I have a mustache now, and I'm going to be a lot more stern during this podcast.
Okay. As much as we react to these
we
are
can't stop.
These are one of my top 10 favorite things of all time.
It's ammonia capsule, crack cocaine. No, I'm kidding.
Pretty much. All right, let's roll right into today's topic. All right, for my topic today.
I wasn't prepared.
So, what got me into what I'm going to talk to today? Let me just give you a little backdrop. I'll give you a little backstory going on right here, all right? First of all, what podcast do I listen to? Let's go ahead and ask that.
I don't listen to this podcast. I don't know who
I do because I'm super self-conscious.
I listen to only the episodes that I was not part of.
The last episode we need. No, lick it.
Don't worry, it's mine.
But yeah, so I was listening to Mark Bell's Power Project. For those of you who don't know who Mark Bell is, one of the top powerlifters of all time.
He created the slingshot, didn't he?
Yeah, yep. He's one of the top powerlifters of all time. He runs Mark Bell's Slingshot. Great knee sleeves, great products.
That slingshot's dangerous, though.
Yeah, it is. It is. But it doesn't let you overload without a spotter. Without what would you call it? Assistance, whatever. But world-renowned coach Mark Bell, he has his own podcast called Power Project. Check it out; it's really cool.
I have listened to him. Yeah.
It is nice. But he brought up a great point, an absolutely mind-joggling point. Okay, about lifting and fitness and just how the world sees it in general. Andrew Schultz, who's a comedian, was on his podcast, and this is Mark Bell talking about Andrew Schultz's podcast, where Mark Bell said on Andrew Schultz's podcast, he said shredded people are miserable. He's like, they're fucking miserable because, obviously, to be shredded, you have to constantly, you have to pretty much be in your own head all the time. Like, what am I eating? What do I have to do today? How many calories to burn? How many steps do I have to take? Stuff like that.
Yeah, back, 6 years ago now when I had abs?
Yeah.
I was miserable.
Yeah. But, it's really not hard, though. Not to have abs, but it's not hard to be healthy. And Mark Bell brought up a great point, and he said, when you go to, and when you watch interviews with, any sort of, let me turn this down, it's probably really annoying.
Sorry if that was annoying the first 3 minutes.
Yeah. So if you go into any interview with, I don't know, a movie star or, even an influencer and stuff like that, most of the time when they're talking about, what they have to do to, especially, especially, Marvel characters and, DC characters, they talk about what they have to do to be able to get that shredded. I had to work out 3 times a day. I have to eat, this much and fast this much.
In a very condensed timeline.
Exactly, but also, they portray it. It's kind of like they portray to the rest of the world that being healthy is, incredibly hard. You need all this stuff.
Well, a lot of the times, the way they do it, it's not healthy.
No, it's not healthy at all.
They're on gear. They're not eating 100% right.
Oh, for sure. But they are the epitome of, they are what almost gods to us to a point.
Yeah, they're what people think is the epitome of health.
Exactly. And they're really, not only are they not, but it's also not fucking hard to get let me put this quotations, relatively healthy. When it comes to just feeling better in a healthier way, it only takes, I thought about this a lot today. It only takes 2 different changes in your life. 2, not even that big of changes to just become relatively healthy. I'm not saying this is going to cure any sort of pre-existing condition you have, or you're going to become fucking shredded. You're not. This isn't.
Some people, if they could.
Yeah, if they have the genetics for it.
I'm guessing diet and moderate exercise.
Yeah. Well, yes, but not necessarily a diet going deep diving.
No, it's just hey, I'm going to stop eating half my meals fast food.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's not drastic. Hey, I'm going to eat, instead of 3 days, 4 days a week eating fast food, looking at you, Corey, even though he's shredded to shit.
Yeah, he can do it.
Dude, I'm going to eat once a week fast food.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, that would make them drop weight.
Oh, of course. And, like, it's not even really, like, I wouldn't say change your food, but more importantly, change your carbs. So change the carbohydrates that you take in, because your carbohydrates are going to be some of the heaviest things you eat. So you're talking about bread, you're talking about pop, added sugars and stuff like that.
Only had 2 sodas since
October?
All right, technically, I bought a soda, Dr. Pepper.
Okay, the little DP action.
I maybe had a cup, like not even a cup's worth
of DP.
And I was like, I don't.
Dude, it doesn't taste right after a
sweet.
while. It doesn't taste right after a while.
You know what I did like?
What?
Cherry Pepsi.
Dude, cherry Pepsi. Dude, what?
From a can, not bottle.
One of my favorite things in the world was flat cherry pop when I was a kid. I loved it flat. Like I liked it regular.
Flat soda is better than overly carbohydrated or carbonated soda.
Yeah, I would say that. I love flat soda. I don't know what the taste is.
About that.
We will fist fight you. We're in a literal parking lot right now. We will fist fight you.
No, we're not going to say where we're at.
We're not going to say where we're at, but we're in the parking lot.
Like if they go back, they know.
At a gym in Clarksburg, West Virginia. Figure it out, everybody.
It's actually Bridgeport, West Virginia.
Oh, now you're just narrowing it down. But anyways, changing your carbohydrates can make like a really big impact on you. Like I said, like the pop thing is ridiculous. The pop thing's one of the biggest ones because people are hardly drinking
much sugar.
Oh yeah. Oh, of course. And it's cheap. It's easy to drink. It's delicious. I know all these fucking things.
Like I was looking at some health magazine, and there's like more sugar in a fucking can of soda than there are like 2 donuts.
Exactly, and you're not just eating that; you're drinking that. So like you're mainstreaming that sugar straight into your system.
Is that why I feel healthier eating donuts than eating soda or drinking soda?
Possibly.
Eat donuts. Don't drink soda.
Yeah, change your carbohydrates to donuts. But no,
Tim Hortons.
I can tell you, like, you don't necessarily have to even cut out pop completely, but just dial it back a little bit. And when I'm talking about changing your carbohydrates, it's changing it from heavy, starchy carbohydrates to quick digestive ones. So, like, in my eyes, if instead of, like, a pop, like, of course a pop's going to be good and stuff like that, but I thought a good alternative for drinking pop all the time, if you don't like water, because a lot of people just...
I love water.
We like water because we drink it constantly.
My girlfriend hates water.
Yeah, but we drink it, like, religiously. Like, we get our gallon in, no doubt about it.
3 a.m., you're thirsty.
Oh, dude. Oh.
It just...
Dude, I'll wake up at 9 a.m. Well, not wake up at 9 a.m., but, like, once I start work, it's 9 a.m., I'm like, I have cotton mouth. It's just because I haven't drank anything, but my body, like, is wanting me to because I consistently do it.
Dude, if I do not drain this by 10 o'clock...
Oh, yeah.
Because I think I've drinking one of those so far, and I poured a little bit of that for my shaker for my...
Yeah.
I salt and vinegar chips. I feel so cotton mouth all day.
Oh, for sure. But anyways, we keep getting off track.
No, but water.
But not just water. Like, because, of course, like, you need to drink water. Everybody needs to drink water. So drink water instead of pop.
And if you don't like drinking plain water, put a little bit of lemon juice in it.
Not only that, but if you're wanting just a slight switch in carbohydrates from going from pop to just something lighter and cost effective, because a lot of this stuff, if you buy like flavored water and stuff like that, it can get fucking expensive, more expensive than a pop. But my suggestion, if I'm going to suggest something, because I'm not a fucking scientist, but what I do is powdered Gatorade on Amazon, the Zero. So
that's good.
It's delicious. So if you go on Amazon, you can buy like this giant tub of the powdered Gatorade that, like, obviously most people, it's mostly used for pouring it into a giant thing of water and, drinking it from there, like at sports events and stuff, like they're on the sideline of a football field. But I use it just to freaking drink with my creatine every day. But then I just had it in my head, I'm like, this is...
Do you drink your creatine in like the beginning of the day or like
no, it's
before you work out?
During a workout.
Okay.
Because it doesn't matter when you drink it.
I don't like creatine.
Yeah, well, it's different for some people, but
we have 2 drastically different body types.
We do.
And like how they...
Oh, of course. Of course.
Sorry, I keep interrupting.
You do. But anyways.
I will leave.
Gatorade Zero. You can buy it on Amazon, a giant thing of it, and it will replace you. If you replace it with your pop, I guarantee you that not only will you, one, be relatively healthier, but you'll start feeling a little better. Because when you cut that pop out, I've heard crazy stories. People just cutting pop out of their diet and replacing it with something else. They'll lose like 20 pounds in a couple weeks.
I wouldn't say a couple weeks, but like a month. Maybe
a couple months. But it's fast. But like to lose 20 pounds, us would lose 20 pounds in 2 months, it'd be insane.
I would be shredded as fuck.
Yeah, it'd be insane. But just by switching to pop, a lot of people can do that. They're switching off pop.
Just by switching to Geico. You too can lose weight.
No. Just by switching off a pop, you can lose a decent amount of weight in a couple months.
You know what else? You know how a lot of, like, I don't want to say older generation, but it's more, I've seen it in the more country folk around West Virginia.
Yeah.
Whatever they have for dinner, they have like 4.
Oh,
I've seen
my
8
gosh.
slices of bread.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, I don't, like, if I ate 2 slices of bread, like, if going to a restaurant, I would feel just so heavy. Like, I couldn't do that.
Dude, when I eat like a heavy piece of bread, my face just feels red, and like I feel like I
think you have a wheat allergy.
No, I think it's a blood sugar thing. Honestly, I think it is. I need to get that checked out. But and that's another thing is bread. Like constantly eating fucking bread. Like, and like people were like, "Well, I'm just making a sandwich." Like that is relatively healthy. Like not really. Like it's processed meat, and it's also
I do love processed meat.
I do love processed meat as well. Oh, a nice little slice of bologna with a slice of cheese.
I'm not a big fan of bologna.
See, if it's like a slice of bologna, cheese, and mustard, that was my sandwich. And chips
it's
on
gotta be fried.
Chips on the sandwich, motherfucker.
What kind of chips? What kind of chips are you crushing down?
OG ripple chips. It doesn't have to be any specific kind, but if you're putting it on a sandwich, there's only 2 acceptable chips. One, the OG regular regular slice, just salt chips, okay, regular slice, or the ridges kind. Either one. You wanna do Doritos?
It is a game changer.
Fucking Doritos, okay. It's good.
Not Cool Ranch, not the spicy.
The original nacho. It's good. Okay.
I have a 3-pound. I don't know if it's like the huge bags of fucking ones from Sam's.
Yeah,
dude. I'll put them. Like I used to do that shit in the Navy. I'm like, oh yeah,
dude. Oh yeah, get that little crunch when you press the bread down, like, yeah. God, I forget what we're talking about now. Changing your carbohydrates.
Eating bread.
Eating bread.
No, I'm not going to name names, but like one of the older gentlemen.
Do it, pussy.
Don't. No, I'm not. No, I'm proud of this individual, but literally every time I would eat dinner with them, he would eat at least 4 slices.
Of
Italian bread.
But people grab that. They don't even think.
He stopped. Dude, he's like 180 now. Like he's skinny as shit.
It's unbelievable. Just like the slight changes in your diet.
They didn't even stop eating it. There's like, I want to eat 1 or 2 now instead of 4 to 8.
Yeah. As I'm saying, it's just slight changes in your diet. Like we say replace pop, but like you can still have a pop like once or twice a week, or like maybe even like once a day. I don't know the science behind it, but I don't quote me on that one.
If Corey stopped eating pop, I think he would be like skin and bone.
Maybe. Yeah, that dude has to fucking eat just to stay alive. Like, well, we all do, but that's
like he needs to eat a lot. Like I don't know, like he could eat throughout the day.
Just
like,
got great,
constantly eating. He got all the
great genetics. He did.
I got all the strength though.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. But yeah, like you can still drink a pop. You still eat a couple of slices of bread every once in a while. But like you can't just like half a loaf. Like I know people who eat half a loaf a day and they just don't even think about it. I'm just like, God damn, like you are digging yourself a hole in the ground.
See, I eat a pepperoni roll and I feel uncomfortably full for the rest of the day.
Yeah, I had to have one today.
I did too.
Did you really?
Wait, what kind did you get? Like not the brand. Like what did you eat? Like spicy cheese, regular cheese?
It was hot pepper cheese.
Oh, I love the hot pepper cheese.
Yeah, I love it too.
Dude, I want the hot pepper cheese and double pepperoni.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to find that.
It's hard. It's hard to find a good pepperoni roll. But yeah, I just my lunch is being made tonight, so like I have to fucking.
I'm making meatloaf.
I'm
not making meatloaf. Caitlin is.
I'm making shredded chicken for lunch for the week. But anyways,
It's just a food podcast.
Whatever. But yeah, slight changes in your diet, it can go so far. And if you're looking to actually replace bread, rice. It's quick digestive, it's filling, it's fucking cheap. It's cheap as hell. Dude,
I bought a fucking $12, not even $12 rice maker.
That thing will, oh yeah, it makes a cup, and a cup's a lot of rice.
It says a cup, but I only do a half cup at a time.
Yeah.
It's ready in less than 10 minutes.
Yeah, and it's
perfect.
Cost effective, and it's delicious.
And it's literally half a cup of rice, couple water.
But the reason I know this stuff works is because when I was preparing for my last powerlifting meet, I needed to cut. I had like 12 total pounds to lose. I think I was weighing like 194. Needed to get down to like 182. So for 2 months, I instead of having Kodiak cakes. Okay, love Kodiak cakes too, but they're chock full of carbohydrates. I switched it up a little bit. It's bread, but sourdough bread, so it's not as bad for you, but also not that great. But it was a slight change carbohydrates. Okay, so that was my carbohydrates in the morning, and then for my pre-workout meals, I'd always do a children's bowl of cereal, like whatever the fuck was on sale that week, like Lucky Charms, whatever. Hey, it's quick carbs right before you work out. Can't say it's not.
I love oats.
And it's mostly made out of corn, so
your body can't digest corn.
Your body can't digest, yeah. No, it's mostly made out of wheat, which is like, But I changed it to cream of rice, and within 2 months, the only two things I changed my diet. Within 2 months, I lost 7 pounds, and I was only 7 pounds away.
You didn't even have to do.
I barely had to cut weight.
Which, honestly, a lot of people are thinking 7 pounds for, like...
Oh, 7 pounds in 2 days? Fuck.
We've had experience.
Peasy. Yeah, easy peasy, dude.
We've had friends who are like, hey, you're 12 pounds overweight, and they're a contender for state champion, and they're like, I'll be fine.
7 pounds in fucking, like, a couple hours, and we're good. Like,
we're not good, but...
We're not good, but we could do it.
We can do it easy.
Yeah, relatively easily.
Yeah.
7 pounds, 24 hours, not that bad at all. 2 days, fuck, you're living the life.
Tonka, 7 pounds, you have 3 weeks. I don't think I'm going to make it, guys.
But he had nothing to lose, though.
He's like, we're going to cut your right buttocks off.
Yeah. But anyways, I just changed those 2 things in my diet, and I lost a lot of weight.
Tiny changes, because the whole Sober October, and plus me getting severely sick a couple weeks ago. Dude, my belt, super loose now.
Really?
It slid on me doing squats Saturday.
Really?
Yeah, and it the way it slid, it made me go forward my right foot and go on my toes, and I do not know how I did not blow my knee out, but I still squat 405 for 5.
Dude, after Sober October and I started eating again, I'll say I was eating the same thing,
but different.
But yeah, different. But then I had a fucking fast food binge.
Speaking of that, how many more times?
Since then, 0.
You haven't?
No, I haven't. I've
had T&L twice now.
I just had a fucking binge, dude. Just had a hardcore binge.
Dude, I really want to get a fucking Burger King.
Yeah, the Double King, the Bacon King.
I fucking know they're gonna put mayo on the Bacon King, and you know what doesn't go on the Bacon King? Mayo. But they put it on every time.
Tell them not.
I do. If I tell them not, they will literally put extra mayo on there, and you take the wrapper.
Fuck this guy.
You literally take the wrapper off, and it's just mayo everywhere. And you don't know how many times I went to Burger King in the past 3 years. Take it off, napkin off the mayo, and it's not a lot. It's not a lot, or no, it's not a little. It's literally.
Dude, remember back when fast food was awesome, and
whenever we didn't have a grown-up palate.
Yeah, but not only that, it's also remember when they used to make them real messy and you'd be able to eat the cheese off the wrapper? Oh, that was my fucking shit, dude. Put me some cheese. Oh, I still would too.
Pull out the fries.
I still would too, but they're so stingy with everything now.
They're trying to make more of a profit.
Yeah, fucking assholes.
It's gonna bankrupt Burger King by putting a half a slice of cheese on. Oh no.
But anyways, changing your carbohydrates slightly will in my opinion, in my opinion, I think will dramatically not only make you feel a lot better, but also maybe shred and it's so easy just to shred a couple pounds off you, and you'd feel better from it. But the second thing, that was the first thing, change your carbohydrates. The second thing you can also do is resistance training. Now, light resistance training doesn't have to be something crazy. We take it to the extreme. I'm a competitive powerlifter. He used to be. Now he's doing bodybuilding. So we take this shit to the extreme. So it's not like something we do, but light resistance training.
If you do want to start it, yeah.
Yeah, if you want to, but start light. Start light.
Don't go in there
rush yourself.
expecting to bench 225
No.
when you've never done it.
No, but I'm more into talking about people who don't do anything, and they don't want to go to the gym. They don't want to do any of that. The only thing that they want to do is just feel a little better. Just get that blood pumping, get that body moving. And something you can do, it's like 20 minutes, probably 4 times a week, I would say. It's super easy. And I will, to the day that I die, I will say this. If you are over 40 and you don't do anything for your body, you are slowly, if you don't use it, you lose it. That's the thing. If you don't use it, you lose it. What?
All I can think about is 40-year-old virgin.
Oh, yeah.
And in this case, it's true, yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. But anyways, if you don't use it, you lose it. So if you constantly don't use your muscles, then you might be 40 right now, you might not feel too bad. You might be in your mid-30s, you might not feel too bad. Or you might be even your fucking 25, your 20s, and you not feel too bad.
Shut the fuck up. You're getting close to my age.
But what I'm saying is but we consistently work. But if you don't do anything for your body, by the time you're 60 years old, you're already 50, 60 years old, you're bound to be a hunchback. Don't be able to get off the couch. Like, nobody wants to see their parents not be able to get off from the couch or not be able to get out of the car by themselves and stuff like that. Like, no child ever wants to see their parents go through that. But an easy thing, a super easy thing that you can do, anybody can do this, and it'll just make them feel better. And I will say this till the day that I die, resistance bands. Resistance bands are a key to just moving and feeling better, and they're super easy. You can get them on Amazon. They're super cheap. You could do go on YouTube. Thousands of resistance band workouts that you can do at your house at your own time, and 20 minutes a day, 4 days a week. I would say, maybe a little more, maybe a little less, depending on what you want to do. But resistance bands like that will first of all, it'll cure a lot of rotator cuff injuries. Yep. Not only, I wouldn't say cure, but definitely help out your rotator cuff injuries. Light resistance like that is really good for your joints. Incredibly good for your joints. Any sort of blood flow that you can get through your joints, resistance bands are very good at that because you can do several different variations of them.
The only thing I've done with resistance bands was the Good Mornings.
Yeah.
And I can think of, right off the top of my head, 20 different things I can do that could replace, like, if I couldn't lift heavier weight that I could.
Yeah.
I can think of bench. I could do squats. I can do curls. I can do tricep. I can do deadlifts. I can do everything.
Exactly. And they're affordable. They're cheap. You can just use them at their house. But not only that, whenever I get hurt, whenever I get injured.
We don't ever get hurt, though.
Yeah, but whenever I get hurt pretty good. I get hurt all the fucking time. Yeah, I get hurt a lot. But whenever I get hurt, I always turn to resistance bands. Always.
They're safer.
They're not only safer, but they are safer. But they're not only safer, but you can literally pinpoint any part of your body with a resistance band just by tying it to a different part of your body. When I get like bad hip pain and I think it's something to do with my hip socket, I'll tie a resistance band inside my leg to my hip and do stretches from it to pull it out, and it cures it almost instantly. Like, resistance bands are so underutilized when it comes to regular resistance training that it just makes no sense to me, especially for people who are older. Like, if you want to be able to move when you get older, or if you want to be able to move now and just feel a little better, resistance bands on Amazon, super cheap. Very, very little work has to be done to be able to make yourself move better. And like I said, 20 minutes a day, 4 days a week. It just makes so much sense that it's crazy that people don't do it now.
And they have such a range of resistance nowadays. Instead of just we just have random bands. Yeah. It was like, this one's like a 1 pound, this one's a 60-pound resistance band. Which is crazy.
Oh, for sure.
And you can get, because you can get in relatively good shape with just resistance bands.
Oh, for sure.
That's the only thing I think my oldest brother does. And I don't think he's even over 170 anymore.
Dude, it's about just feeling better. And when you use if you use constant resistance, even when it's light, you're going to be pinpointing things that you've never can't pinpoint in a regular everyday life. Not when you go for walks, not when you do if you do push-ups, if you do body weight squats, resistance bands. You can use them for literally any single point of your body, almost any single exercise you can incorporate them in, and they're fucking cheap, man. Like it's to make yourself feel better. Those are my two things that I would say to be relatively healthier in this life. Is switch up your carbohydrates a little bit healthier carbohydrates, and light resistance training with bands, or if you want to come to the gym, that's fine too. But I'm saying, like, for the average homegoer, bands.
Yeah, it just saves so much time.
Doing it to
the house.
Yeah,
because that's the biggest gripe I have about lifting is
you need equipment.
We can't do what we do
without hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of equipment. Thousands. Yeah.
Because especially after the pandemic. Sorry, I
there we
couldn't
go.
think of the word. I was like, the COVID, the happenings.
The happenings.
The prices for weights doubled.
Yeah.
Which ridiculous. There we go.
Oh, for sure, dude. Like, I think it's crazy. Like, when I deadlift, I'm using like a 800-pound deadlift bar, and every single 45-pound plate in there is like $100 a piece. Like, I'm picking up 1,000 pounds and just fucking throwing it on the ground. 2,000, two grand.
I have dumbbells up to from 60 to 125, and I don't have a bench to use them on, but I'll still do deadlifts with them.
Oh yeah.
And like when I'm at home and like I don't feel like going to the gym, I do these for back, whatever. But if you just want to start out and you don't want to go to the gym, and if you feel self-conscious, which a lot of people do, that's how I felt whenever I started going. I was 16, 17 when I started going with my brother. I was overweight because, my girlfriend in my sophomore year, and I came back super fat for wrestling, and Gian made fun of me.
Yeah.
He's like, "You're a fatty." I'm like, "I know." But I started working out with my older brother. I had the fucking tire. I felt super self-conscious, but the thing is, no one's going to judge you more at the gym, getting to a better body image part. No one's going to judge you more at the gym than yourself.
Yeah.
If I see, because I don't even
notice.
A great point. If I see someone at the gym, I don't notice if there's I'll notice more of a dude who's super.
Let's get some lights going on this motherfucker. All right, go ahead.
I'll notice someone who's like super jacked and all that more, and I would honestly, it sounds douchey, I would critique them more than if I saw someone overweight. Because if I see someone overweight who's struggling or trying their hardest, I respect them more. I'm like that. I'm
for
like,
sure.
Fuck yeah, you get yours.
Another thing that you just said that was super smart. I thought that was a really intuitive thing, because I've never been heavy. Obviously, I've been self-conscious about my body.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
But I've been self-conscious about my body before. But,
I've been fat since day one.
But you said nobody's going to judge yourself more than you. I think that's a super fucking smart thing to say, because I noticed that I don't I don't judge any people if they're overweight and they're in the gym. There's no fucking way. Like, why would I do that? Like, who am I to say that? Like, who am I to do that to somebody? But
unless you're like a immature young kid who's just an asshole.
Yeah, but I will tell you in real life, when you go into the real world, there's nobody in the gym that's going to judge you as much as everyday people that are outside walking. If you go to a gym, I'm telling you, it's going to be a safer space mentally for you, because when you're out, everybody judges everybody. That's just human fucking thing.
I judge people when I feel like an asshole about it.
Yeah, it's a human fucking thing. But when you're at the gym, people aren't worried about you. People aren't looking at you. I mean, maybe a little bit, but it's not into the point where it's like, look at them and they're disgusting. No. But when you're outside and you're in everyday life, people fucking judge the fuck out of you.
I've never actually thought about that. Like, going to the gym, like, unless you're like in a huge, like, very immature middle school, like, yeah, those are the kind.
People aren't going to judge you unless you give them something to judge.
Yeah, but if you're in there with us, and like we're not like the fucking, I'm not the most in shape. Like, I have fat on me. I don't give a shit. I judge myself all the time. Whenever I go to the gym, I look at myself. I'm like, you're a piece of shit. But if I saw someone else working out, I'm like, fuck yeah. I'm genuinely happy for people when they work out.
Dude, I literally taught two overweight state road workers last week how to squat. I didn't fucking judge them. They could only do like 135. But like, who
they're starting their journey.
Yeah,
which is awesome.
Exactly. Well, fuck. When I did that, I couldn't do 135 for a squat like with decent form.
I didn't fucking squat for the first 2 years of my lifting.
I taught them how to do like an average squat. Like just do these little tiny things, and your squat like it's not going to be any sort of technique or anything like that. It's just going to be all form. And they got it down, and they were moving it really good. And I was like, this looks great, guys. But like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're self-conscious about going to the gym and you're like, oh, people are going to make fun of the way I look, it's like, well, they're not going to make fun of you any more than the people outside.
No, if anything,
people are going to do less.
Yeah, they're going to be supportive of you.
Exactly.
Like, the gym is a safe place.
It is to a point. It is to a point. But anyways, the reason another thing I brought this up, especially about strength training and stuff, is this is actually I have this pulled up. This one caught my eye. It was a article written by the New York Times, and this isn't a study done in 2006 or something like that. This was literally done last month, September 22nd, 2022.
Does it say who ran it, or did you have that information?
What is it?
Does it say who ran it?
Yeah, it talks. I'll bring up the scientists and everything.
I'll shut up then.
Yeah. Why? Because they don't usually put it in. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just making sure it's a peer-reviewed article.
It might be. I don't know.
I can't read.
But listen, this article is called. Oh shoot, what was it called? I screenshot everything, but what it was fucking called? Oh, strength training and is a key to immortality or something like that. But just reading from this. In a new study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine, researchers found that while doing either aerobic exercise or strength training was associated with a low risk of dying during a study's time frame, regularly doing both 1 to 3 hours a week of aerobic exercise and 1 to 2 weekly strength training sessions was associated even with lower mortality risk. Now, that's with aerobic exercise as well. Now, fuck that.
See, I think that's different though from like powerlifting and bodybuilding, because I don't know how many, since like the past few years, how many bodybuilders and powerlifters have died. But then again, they go to the extreme, and we're not talking about the extreme. We're talking about just working out, right?
Exactly, and this is the exact part. Like this is the exact part I'm talking about right here. So the link between strength training and longevity isn't well understood, obviously, because it hasn't been studied for that long.
Today's science, I could be an immortal.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
But listen, like this is a really cool thing. Experts say that it's been difficult to study longevity and strength training because so few people do it regularly, which is true. This is what I'm talking about. But even in a recent study, just 24% of participants did regular strength training, as opposed to the 63% who said that they did aerobic exercises. Even with huge cohorts like we had here, the numbers are still relatively small. Oh, wait, I wasn't going to do
cohort. The only thing I know is it's a Roman legion like separation, but that's not about.
But listen to this: they found the largest reduction was associated with 30 to 60 minutes of strength training a week. This is only 30 to 60 minutes of strength training a week. A week. We're talking 3 20-minute sessions a week with perhaps resistance bands.
Could you
whatever
imagine
you want.
that?
But listen, they found that the largest reduction was associated with 30 to 60 minutes of strength training a week, with a 10 to 20% drop in risk of mortality, cardiovascular disease, and cancer. And cancer.
How did
10 to 20% reduction rate.
Does it say what types of cancer?
Does not say what types of cancer. Now, let me see where this is coming from.
Probably the British Journal of...
Aidan Pope, an economist at the Brigham Young University, in one of the author's papers. Okay.
Yeah, I think for next week I'm going to look at that and see what articles they used.
Yeah, but still,
that's like a read.
But still, if this is true, which we all know that strength training, causes more blood to get thrown into the body, and we're talking about blood to your joints, blood to your tendons, your muscles, everything. But if this is correct, 3 20-minute sessions a week, and we're talking a 10 to 20% drop in mortality, cardiovascular, Yeah. Where is that at? Oh, I just had it. Cardiovascular disease and cancer. Like, that's fucking crazy. If it's only 3 20-minute sessions a week.
If those numbers translate to how many hours we're immortal. Yeah. We will live forever.
We're curing cancer at this point.
But no, it definitely does not translate.
No, it does not translate. But that's what we're talking about today. Is like,
we're not talking.
It doesn't
about what
take
we do.
a lot.
It
doesn't take a lot at all. To just feel better and be relatively healthier.
Like what is it? What is it? Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network? An hour a day.
Yeah, and that's a lot. That's like an hour a day is a lot.
Whenever that first came out, and I was a fat little kid,
fucking hour a day.
I was like, that's so much time I could be eating.
Where's my fucking Pokemon?
Oh God, I need to
give me the Fruity Pebbles, Mom. I'm going on a binger.
No, I'm talking about those barbecue chips from IGA. You know what brand?
Yeah, the IGA chips.
God, they're so good.
Delicious.
I'm going to Salem this week or next weekend.
Then like a good Memphis barbecue potato chip.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be like the vinegary one.
Dude, I like vinegar barbecue sauces.
Vinegar-based barbecue sauces are delicious. I love them.
Fantastic. And you know what? I don't like the other ones. They can piss off.
All the other ones?
No.
What about a good? About a good gold barbecue sauce?
Carolina Gold.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Carolina.
saying. It's vinegar-based.
Yeah,
I guess. But still.
One day we're just gonna have food here.
I like sticky fingers a lot when it comes to barbecue sauce. We've had this conversation before. We need to quit this before we go on it. We're gonna go on something we've already talked about.
You know what's not healthy?
What's not healthy? Barbecue sauce.
It's literally liquid sugar.
Yeah.
And liquid sugar and sodium. That's all it is.
Another thing that you guys can look out for that can make you relatively healthier is just eating food with less ingredients in it. It's actually what? I mean,
better ingredients.
Better pizza.
Can we legally finish that?
I don't think we can. How about Japa Pons?
After this.
Fuck you, Corey!
That was some stranger.
That was Logan's brother, and I purposely did that so when he listens to the podcast next week, he's going to be like, that was me. Fuck.
Hey, they talked about me more than once. Also, another question.
Yeah. Oh, a question. All right.
Towards you and maybe the audience if they want to interact.
All right. Oh, a little interaction.
Thoughts on the mustache? Because if you say you don't like it, I don't give a shit. I'm keeping it.
That's what you're going to end it on? Just, hey, it's like, I know we're talking about health. I know we're talking about being a better person.
This is healthy body image for me. I like the mustache.
But if you guys want to go to JAA Logan at gmail.com and let us know about his mustache.
Well, please let me know. I check it every 20 minutes on the dot.
All right, let's finish this. I think we ran out of stuff to talk about. We're talking about your mustache now.
Dude, it's a good mustache. It gives plus 10 strength at the gym.
Plus 10 strength and
why do you think I can
minus 10
10 deadlift?
No. Plus 10 strength and
minus 10 charisma.
No, you're fucking me up. I can't think of the word now. Oh no, plus 10 strength and minus 10 trust in women and their kids.
I do get weird look. I got some weird looks at work.
This guy definitely has a white van.
No, I don't. My family.
Why do you have to? Oh, I was like, why do you have to think about it?
We had the GMC Safari.
Like, I'm looking into one.
Dude, I couldn't. We're all right. Please stay healthy. Resistant band.
And if you guys have any sort of questions, email us at jaalogang@gmail.com. If you're looking for the video version of this podcast, it's available on Spotify and our YouTube page, just above average.
Question. So you can see the video on Spotify? Or
yeah, you can see it on Spotify.
That's fantastic news. My girlfriend was asking about that.
Yeah, you can see it on Spotify and on YouTube. But only on Spotify and on our YouTube channel, just above average. If you're looking for the audio, it's available anywhere you get your podcast. And we will see you guys next week. And
I love you.
I love you too. And I love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
See you next week.
I messed it up.
Share this with your friends, guys. We'll see you next week.